Hello everyone and welcome back to Gundam of Gundams. I'm Josh.
This is Amy.
And today we got episode 3 of Mobile Suit Gundam.
Yay!
A vote to attack.
Yes, we're about to get democratic here.
Yep. Alright, so you want to go over some thoughts or do you want to just go right into the episode?
We could probably just jump in, and then as we get to certain scenes, I think we'll probably have something to say.
Alright. So we start off right where last episode ended pretty much. White Base is super close to Luna 2.
It's really just a giant space potato.
Yeah, it's just a giant rock. They say that they're like about an hour away.
Yeah, give or take.
Yeah, they're like on the other side of Luna 2, and the entrance is on the opposite side.
I'm just thinking, like, why are there, like, Earth forces, like, stationed around it? You would think there would be, considering that Zeon controls a lot of space.
Considering that it's the Earth Federation's only, like, foothold in space.
Yeah, besides maybe, like, a colony that might support them, but, you know, that's about it.
Yeah. But Bright gets directions from Captain Paolo, pretty much saying, hey, when you go into dock at Luna 2, use my name, and they won't give you any issues, pretty much.
Yeah, we'll see. That doesn't exactly work.
That doesn't really happen, but that's for next episode.
But yeah, Captain Paolo, he is just in bed still. He ain't moving anywhere.
He's not moving anywhere. He's hurt. We see some of the refugees
Being lazy.
Yeah. You hate them already.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, it's probably just because of our past viewings of Gundam, but yeah. I mean, and it's like the lady with the baby, you know, she's taking care of her baby. The old woman, I'm not gonna say anything. We have like these like just able-bodied men just like lounging around. It looked like some dude was on some couch, but that's really low for a couch. But you know, they're just sitting around doing nothing.
Yeah, they're just like, hey, when are we gonna get there?
It's like, yeah, all the kids are like basically pulling their weight. And do you think the kids wanted to fight? No, but
all the kids are helping and they're not doing anything.
Yeah, so they already pissed me off.
Oh, just wait.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways,
Get our first kind of interaction with Bright and Sayla.
Yep. Bright kind of mentions that this is his first time up in space, and Sayla's kind of testing him pretty much every time that they have an interaction this episode.
Yeah, she makes a lot of smirky remarks against him.
Yeah, she's like, do I have to answer you? It's like, well, I guess not. But she tells him anyway, and
she calls him like an elite from Earth.
Yeah, she calls him like an Earth elite because
this is his first time in space.
Yeah.
And Sayla is also from Earth, kind of. I mean, we're gonna figure out her backstory later.
Like, she spent time on Earth.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of funny, like, if you think about, like, Sayla's actual origin, I guess, on Earth, when I mean, if we're talking about like the origin, I guess, then you know they were pretty well off. So
yeah. At that point, they get to the bridge. Sayla takes over for Mirai, and Mirai kind of mentions that, you know, like Char is still on his way, and
yeah, I mean it's just a matter of time before Char kind of attacks him again.
Yeah, and then we transitioned over to the Musai, where Char is.
It is kind of funny, though. It seems like the girls on the White Base are, like, the first one to kind of, like, transition into their jobs. So even, like, Frau, I mean, she saw her grandpa and her mom die, but, you know, she's a working. But it seems like the guys, like, even, like, Hayato and Amuro and everybody at this time, they're still not wearing, like, their military uniforms and stuff, so that was kind of an interesting thing, and it seems like Mirai, I think in particular, and Sayla, they really kind of are. I guess Bright's kind of like, you know.
Yeah, but he's military.
I know, but they act more of his confidence, I guess, like as a confidant or something, I guess, you know. Even though Sayla's, making a whole bunch of smirky remarks towards him.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the Musai.
Meanwhile, on the Musai, Char's talking to Dozel. Char's upset because he asked for 3 Zakus and he's only getting 2.
Yeah, he's not getting the supplies he needs. Like, he kind of knows what's going on, and Dozel says, like, they don't have, like, the resources anymore.
Yeah, they don't have the resources that they used to.
I guess, but...
Which makes sense. So they pretty much expanded the, the front lines so much.
Mm-hmm.
And they probably don't have, like, the mining and stuff down to really create as many mobile suits as they need at the moment.
I would say probably true. At the same time, it's like this was the time to take down the Gundam and the White Base if any time. And by not throwing what you had at it, you're losing your opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but also, like, the whole picture, right? So, but, like, they had a whole bunch of, like, front lines on Earth that they still need.
Yep.
To fight. They don't really have to worry about much about space, although they do have to worry about a assault coming from Luna 2, I guess.
That's true, yeah.
So that's kind of my reasoning as to why you didn't. It's because the battle lines got pushed out so far in such a short amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably what's going on there.
Probably also why Char's getting all these rookie pilots, too.
Yeah, probably.
But we did find kind of a interesting difference. So, in the Japanese, basically, Dozel tells Char to just sacrifice the Musai. Like, do everything you can to basically, neutralize this threat. Where in the English one, he's like, just capture it, you know?
Like, just capture it. But in the Japanese one, he's like, do anything you need to. Sacrifice the ship if you need to.
By the way, why is the Musai green? If it's Char's Musai, it should be red.
Well, I mean, the Musai was given to him, so...
Oh, I'm saying they should have painted it red then. So it could be 3 times faster. Anyways.
We have that whole conversation. Char is upset. We go back to the White Base. And we have this really, really funny thing. Okay, so you have the, the really pretty,
on scale. Everything looks good Gundam.
Drawn version of the Gundam. And then Fraubo comes by looking for Amuro so that, just making sure that he's eating. And then you get, the off-scale, the chest looks freaking huge and the head looks tiny.
Yeah, you'll see this one. We spotted this kind of again later in the episode, but it's basically he worked out his chest, but none of the other parts were worked out. It was chest day, no leg day, no arm day, and then his head is just tiny.
I don't know why, but it reminds me of that wide Putin meme.
Kind of does, actually. Should we put wide Putin next to that picture?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, it kind of does look like that. But yeah, so I think it's kind of funny too because she asked Amuro why he's fighting. And he's like, "Oh, I'm just doing it to survive."
And Fraubo's like, "Really? Is that the reason?" He dead ass looks at her, then goes back to work and is like, "Yeah, that's why."
I think though later on we'll figure out more of Amuro's motivations.
Yeah. We go back to the bridge. Mirai is saying, hey, maybe the reason why Char hasn't attacked is because he's getting resupplied. And then they kind of go back and forth on the issue, and then they notice that there is another Zeon ship coming to meet Char's.
Yeah, so Bright doesn't know if it's another cruiser, or I guess what Mirai's thinking is that it's a supply ship.
Yeah. So they kind of ask around. Hayato's like, hey, if it is a supply ship, they'd be off balance, as he puts it, and they'd have a better shot of attacking.
Yeah, his judo knowledge.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Sayla's like, well, why don't you just go ask the captain? So it's...
And Bright's like, I don't like your attitude. Shut up.
He definitely says it harsher in the English one, but I think that's
Yeah.
just the voice acting. Oh, yeah, but so... Basically, yeah, we cut to that and, you know, Bright's like, we need to bring in everybody. We're gonna vote to see what we're gonna do here.
Yep. And then somehow magically, Hayato appears in the gun tank.
It's like he transported, like, you know, instant transmission.
Yeah, it's like he's wearing the same clothes, same haircut and everything. It has to be Hayato.
But he's working on the gun tank somehow. Like, when he was, like, doing stuff on the bridge.
You see, it's his twin brother.
His evil twin.
It's his evil twin. It's evil Hayato. Dark Hayato.
Yes. Hayato Black.
Yes, Hayato Black. Just like Goku Black.
Stop, that man's not black. It's another bad line from the English Dragon Ball Super dub.
The Dragon Ball Super dub, yeah.
Oh, okay. Anyways. So, basically everybody, as much, I guess, people as they can pull in, because there's, like, some civilians and stuff there, too.
Yeah.
And Bright's just like, hey, we're gonna vote. Do you want to just run to Luna 2? Or do you want to actually, you know, attack Char and catch him off guard?
Yeah, what I think they say like 5 people voted to run away.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, which, okay, so by the way, keep these 2 guys in mind, okay? So they voted to run away.
But then all of a sudden, like when they're asked to vote if they want to fight, somehow they're raising their hands again.
Yeah, they double voted.
Yeah, so, like, it's not really democratic, I guess. Unless they just are just scared to go against everybody.
Yeah, like, I know the green guy is kind of cut off, but you can tell his arm is raised because you can't see his arm. You can see one of his arms, but the other one has to be raised because you can't see it.
Oh, anyway, so it's... At this point, at this conclusion, like, everybody's voted to attack, basically.
Yeah.
Like, it's outnumbered like crazy.
And for some reason, everyone's looking at Amuro, even though they have enough votes to go attack Char.
But, like, more, like, so, like, Bright, man. He's in that eye. It's like, you gonna vote?
Fraubo's looking at him, too. It's just like, you have your votes.
Yeah, he was just basically, like, he was kind of, like, playing it off. He's playing with his collar and stuff, but
yeah.
It's, like, pure pressure. Pure pressure makes Amuro vote to attack.
Yep, so they get ready to attack. We get our first launch sequence.
Yep, so we get the core fighter, and then we get the Gundam, and also the first use of the bazooka.
Yep. Now, while they're on their way to go attack Char, we get to see Gundam.
Yes, we are introduced to Gundam in his supply ship.
And his supply corps. He seems like an alright dude. He's very passionate about his work.
It's kind of rubbing in Char's face.
Yeah, it's kind of rubbing into Char's face how, like, oh, you must have really screwed up, Char.
Yeah, you need my supplies, huh?
Yep, and then we get to see how they transfer supplies. They have, like, these, like, supply tunnels that come out from the ship.
Yeah, they're like conveyor belts that will transport, like, supplies and stuff. The Zakus are still kind of hooked up into the actual ship themselves, so, you know, of course they're not going through the conveyor belts, but that's more like the missiles, and then I think they say food later on, too, so...
Yeah, in the Japanese, they say the food. In the English, they don't mention food.
Probably some salt, too.
Gotta have that salt. Anyways, Amuro and Ryu are on their way. So this is kind of a debate that we had. So, I think that Ryu at least had his comms on for this part, but Amy doesn't.
No, I think he doesn't. So, basically what happens here is that Amuro is motioning with his arm to not fly so high, and then he wants to go around, and Ryu doesn't realize that until kind of as he's still flying along, and then they start seeing like the supply ship with the Musai. He's like, oh, you're using the sun, to, go behind us so we can blind them, basically.
Like, I should have thought of that.
It's like, dude,
why,
man.
Why didn't you think about that?
Yeah, why really didn't you think about that? We're talking about, like, an actual trained soldier versus,
a civilian?
Yeah, a civilian. So, I think the comms were off. And he just kind of, just slightly notices what Amuro is doing. You think they were on.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, same thing happens either way.
But yeah, that's Amuro's plan, is to actually use the sun. Really good plan.
That's a really good plan. Honestly, it's real life naval strategy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you would know about that.
What do you mean by that?
You just like boats, I'm just saying.
I mean, I've said on this channel, Amy, that I play Azur Lane. People know what I'm all about. By the way, Azur Lane, 7th anniversary.
Throwing in other people's promotions. Unless Azur Lane wants to, sponsor us, then.
Hey, if they want to, I would not complain.
How come Azur Lane has never had a collaboration with Gundam?
I keep putting it in the survey, Amy.
Anyway, so Amuro is using the sun to basically kind of like blind Char and everyone that they're about to attack.
Solar flare!
Yeah, it's actually just basically a solar flare.
Yep.
Or Taioken.
Yep. Taioken! So Amuro starts blasting. He is able to destroy the conveyor belts, which are transporting the supplies.
And we were kind of joking. It's like, what if Amuro hit the bridge?
They probably would get to Jaburo a lot easier.
Oh, we brought up something later too, but we'll wait till that part comes up. But
yeah.
So yeah, their conveyor belts are all broken. Everything is in disarray.
Yep, Char is like, alright, just get all the supplies out of the ship, and I'll go out in my Zaku, and I'm gonna hold off he's assuming the mobile suits, so it's only the Gundam and the core fighter.
Yeah, and you could tell like how super frustrated Char is in this whole episode.
Yeah, he is just pissed off.
And, it's partially because, yeah, he got caught off guard, but at the same time, like, as this episode goes on, it's just like, nobody, like, man, everybody in Zeon, like, he's just carrying all the weight in this episode especially, and it's like, he's getting no help.
Yeah, he is getting no help. He is, like, single-handedly carrying this team right now.
So yeah, we get basically more Char versus Amuro.
Yep, Char is able to destroy the missiles from the core fighter.
Yeah, because they are, still trying to destroy that supply ship.
Yeah, and he's like kind of blindly shooting into the sun, so he's also missing a few. But he does eventually fight Amuro. He's just beating the you-know-what out of him. Like, it's not even close.
Yeah, we even get the Char uppercut.
Yep, just right into like the torso of the Gundam.
It's like, oh man, if he had a better mobile suit, this would have turned out so much differently.
Yeah, man, even just like, I don't know, like something slightly better than the Zaku 2.
So yeah, this is just one of the reasons why Char is super frustrated. Like, he keeps on saying like, man, I'm just giving this thing a beating. I don't know how, like, it's still, like, standing.
Yep. During their fight, we cut to Ryu. He's kind of cutting across all of the, like, the anti-aircraft fire, which I'm surprised there's not more.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think there'd be more.
Yeah, like, especially from the supply ship, that should be all manned and ready. But he's able to do damage. But the problem is that he is getting in the way of the fire from the white base.
Yeah, so basically Kai is like, Hayato, we gotta tell the bridge that he's in the way. So they can't fire like their big guns at the Musai or the supply ship right now.
Yeah. Which goes to what we were talking about earlier, the what if.
Yeah, the what if they could actually fire at the Musai especially, just because it would have crippled Char to the point where he probably wouldn't be able to chase them all the way to the atmosphere. Maybe the white base makes it to Jabro, you know? Right away, who knows?
Yep. And like, who knows, like Char would need, I don't know, to either manually go back to some base in his Zaku, or who knows, like if his Zaku is even fueled up all the way.
Yeah, I mean, they would have to waste a lot more time and not be able to chase the white base after this.
But then we get the most legendary moment ever.
Well, first of all, Char says peekaboo because, you know, he's going like super fast around the Gundam. And he like gets up right up in his face.
And then he kicks him.
So that we get the Char kick.
I just love this kick. It's awesome.
It's a beautiful kick.
Very beautiful kick.
But of course, while Char is doing his kicks, he's handling the Gundam. Guess what? Everybody can't pull their weight.
Yep, no one else can pull their weight. Gundam is like, just use your hands then.
Yeah, like
stop using the machines if they're not working.
Like things are broken on the ship. He's just like, get all the stuff out of it. Like we're gonna get blown up. You gotta get all the supplies out as much as you can, and the Zaku's especially.
Yep, and then his men are dying from like shrapnel, I think.
I guess. But yeah, his ship is going down.
And he's like the only other like competent person there at the for right now.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get into that later. But we eventually get to see the first launch of the gun tank.
Yeah, so I guess Kai knows how to operate heavy machinery, and then Hayato's just like, hey, it's just like the guns of the white base. We can go out there, I'll shoot it.
We do get to see more of Kai kind of being annoying. Honestly, I think this is the first time. Like for me at least.
Oh yeah, for him going out and stuff too.
Yeah. He's like, but what if they have missiles? It's like, they're resupplying. But what if they do have missiles? It's like, I don't know what to tell you. We just need to go out and do it.
It's like, if we don't go out, we'll die. If we go out, we might die. You know, what do you do?
Gundam's ship is just way too damaged to do anything else. So they're just throwing all of the cargo out of the ship before the ship explodes.
Yeah, so they're just like, yeah, you guys can pick this up after like this is all done. Like, we're just gonna get all the boxes and stuff out of here.
Yep. Ryu tries to do a sweep across the Musai's. Well, I was gonna say deck, but it's not a deck.
Yeah, I don't know what the term would be.
I don't know what the term would be either. But he tries to do a sweep across the Musai to damage it, but Char stops him. Ryu, like, miraculously dodges that.
Yeah, it wouldn't happen in G Generation.
No, it never happens in G Generation.
He would never dodge that.
Char meets up with Gundam. Gundam is in his Zaku 1, which at this point of the war were very much regulated to, like, the supply units and stuff, because the Zaku 2 is just so much better.
Yeah, and he has like absolutely no weapons on it or anything.
It has 0 weapons. And then Amuro just kind of comes over into view with his beam saber out. Honestly, like, seeing this from like a Xeon perspective has got to be terrifying.
Yeah, I mean, especially like you don't know what all of his weapons do. I mean, Char knows because he's seen it happen.
Yeah, like
but,
Char has an idea of what this thing is capable of. Gadam is just kind of being a moron. So he's like, "Let me at him! Let me at him!"
yeah, he lets revenge get to his head.
Char's like, "No, I'm trying to save you. No, I got it, Char."
That is a creepy picture though, like the one that he's holding him back because there's just no mono eyes or anything.
Yeah, there are no mono eyes. It's kind of weird. But anyways, Gadam is able to get one hit on Amuro. Amuro attacks a little too early, but the Gundam is just way too strong for a Zaku 1. So it doesn't really budge him, number one. And number two, when Gadam goes for, like, what, just like a regular punch, I guess?
Something like that.
Amuro just kind of catches his arm and is able to just beam saber him.
Yep, right at the torso.
Yep. And that is the end of Gadam.
It is the end of Gadam, which means we have another kill count.
I think that's 4.
Let me pull it up one more time. So we had 3 in the first episode, Slender was last episode, and Gadam was this episode, so we're at 5.
Oh, 5. Okay.
We're at 5.
5 already? It's only episode 3.
It's only episode 3 and we've got 5.
Alright. Now, Amuro's kind of watching the explosion, and Bright's like, "Hey, we need a retreat. We did what we came for.
And you're out of weapons.
And you're out of weapons. How are you planning to take out Char?" And Amuro's like, "Char?"
Yeah, even in this early episode, you could tell, like, you mentioned Char and Amuro's ready to fight.
Yeah, Amuro's ready to listen when you bring up Char. In the English dub, it's a little bit different. Bright still brings up Char, but Bright is a lot more berating of Amuro. It's like, "How do you think you're gonna fight Char like that?" Now, Char, at this point, he's just like, "What am I supposed to do?"
Yeah, we noticed kind of the tunnel difference here, like in the English one. So the English one, he's like, these are just awful tactics, and he comes off a lot more like salty about everything. I think more in the Japanese one, he's just kind of wondering like, what is going on? Like,
he's just so confused.
yeah, like they're fighting like amateurs. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here.
Like, what's going on here? They have such advanced weaponry, but yet they're fighting like amateurs. What is going on?
So he definitely comes off as more confused in the Japanese one versus the English one. The English one, he's really very salty about his loss.
It's like, why? Sounds like a gamer who just, can't get good.
I guess so, yeah.
Yep. Bright and Ryu make it back up to the bridge. Ryu's like, "Sorry, Bright, I have my comms turned off." And honestly, Bright doesn't really do anything about it. He's just like,
Just remember the next time.
Just don't do it again. And then Amuro's like, "Yeah, I had some trouble with Char." And Bright's like, "Well, he is called the Red Comet."
Yeah, he's like, "Well, you're over like compensating and stuff." It was just like, dang man, he is like so much harder on Amuro, and it's kind of uncomfortable. I think on the bridge.
Yeah, I mean, like, just look at Ryu's face right here. He's just like, I did like the most wrong. How am I getting? how am I getting off easy?
So it's just the building tension between, Bright and Amuro. It'll eventually peak, but yeah, it's just all attention.
Yep. Then after that, they get their snacks.
Yeah, they get their tea.
Get their snacks. Amuro introduces Ryu to Haro.
And basically, we just kind of end off where we're about to get to Luna 2.
Yep, next episode they're going to be at Luna 2.
Alright. Anything else you want to kind of mention, and dynamic-wise, or anything in the episode that stood out for you?
Nothing really. The fight scenes for this episode were pretty good.
You get the shark kick.
Yeah, I get the shark kick. I know we'll kind of go over this later on, but like the whole plot for this episode was pretty much gutted for the movie version.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see in the movie because, like, I think you said that they cut out some parts from this and then kind of added into different battles. So
yeah, so they added some of the animation from this episode into other battles, and they pretty much just scrapped this entire episode plot for the movie.
yeah, we get so many like iconic like quotes in here too.
Yeah, like almost every quote you hear from Char in G Generation, you're gonna hear in this episode for the first time.
And yet the episode like basically gets cut out of the movie.
Yeah,
which is kind of funny.
Oh, still no new eye catch.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm like, wait.
I could have sworn that we had the new eye catch by now.
Yeah, it's just like, when do we actually get the one with the Gundam? Now I'm thinking about it.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know.
I don't know. I think that's about it for me. How about you?
I think for me, it's kind of just nice to see the crew kind of come together a little bit more. Obviously, Bright's getting just all these like side comments from Sayla, which is kind of funny. At the same time, I think he respects her enough to be like, you know, he could take him, but at the same time, it's really funny just how how she remarks to him. Versus like a Mirai, where, I mean, at this point, Bright's already kind of like way more open to listening to her. But she's definitely like the most calming presence on the bridge almost. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess they call her the mom of the white base for a reason, but yeah, it's kind of funny to see the different dynamics we get from the characters.
Don't say that around Char.
Yes. She could have been a mother to him. So yeah, it's interesting to see kind of the beginnings of their relationships on the white base.
Yeah.
And like you said, we get a little bit of Kai and Hayato. Hayato is obviously the more willing to work and, you know, go out of his way to do things when Kai is not. So it's kind of funny how Kai gets the gun cannon later, and then, you know, Hayato's regulated to the gun cannon for so long. I don't know if it's just maybe like they did simulations and maybe Kai was a better pilot. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. I just wish that they completed the gun cannon first, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, we were both thinking, it's like, you would think the gun cannon would be a little bit better to have than the gun tank, but maybe the parts of the gun tank were in better condition. Who knows? You know, we can't really say. We don't know all the details from what got saved from Side 7, so.
Yeah, I mean, just based off that comment alone, I think you guys know where I line up on this gun cannon versus gun tank thing.
I just feel sorry for Hayato because in the TV version, he's gonna have to deal with the gun tank the whole time.
Yeah.
I don't know how he lives, because that thing is basically a death trap. Like, in G Generation, it only moves like one space in actual outer space levels. So, it's not dodging anything either.
Yeah, I mean, I guess on the flip side, it also shoots very far.
It does, yeah. And I guess a lot of times, too, we'll see in the series that the gun tank kind of ends up kind of like staying in the hangar a lot and firing from there, too.
Yeah, almost like another turret.
Yeah, pretty much. Man, the only thing I can think of from this episode is that Char needed more help. I do feel bad for Char, like, a lot in this episode.
Yeah, it's kind of like what I said last episode. Like, Char is carrying, like, his crew. Like, he's the only competent pilot that that is there for Zeon at the moment.
But it's like, yeah, nobody's helping him. It's like, I get that the Musai was in the mode of actually getting supplies, but like,
Yeah, so they couldn't really fire or anything. But
they can't take care of themselves against even just Ryu's, little core fighter. It's just like, really, guys? Really?
and then we'll get to see in like the next few episodes, even with like his new crews, Zaku's, like I'm pretty sure he got some new pilots too. They're not any help either.
I mean, it's some of it I kind of understand because this is the first mobile suit battle between mobile suits versus what they were fighting against planes and stuff.
Yeah.
For so long, planes, tanks. So definitely, all these Zeon pilots don't have that experience of fighting a mobile suit. You'd think they'd want to like spar against each other, maybe Zaku's with like fake weapons or something, but
I mean, neither does Char.
Yeah, but Char's the Red Comet, so he's awesome. I don't know, it's just like nobody knows how to do this. Like, if Char had better teammates, it could have gone differently.
I'm surprised that wasn't the change in G-Clux. Just give Char better crew.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, I don't know if I can think of anything else.
I don't think so either. This episode is pretty straightforward, honestly.
And we'll see later in the movie version how it gets cut up and reused, I guess.
Yep.
But yeah, with Gadam's death, we are now up to 5. And Gadam doesn't die in the movie, so it's gonna be a difference.
Yep, we don't even see Gadam in the movie.
Yeah, we don't. So yeah, the trilogy will have its own death count too, because it's different. And this is probably the biggest deviation so far. Yeah, that's all I can think of for this episode.
All I can think of.
We're gonna go to Luna 2 next episode.
Yep, and we're gonna see the Federation just be a-holes.
Basically. Anything you want to announce or anything while we're recording?
I think I'm good.
Sounds good.
How about you?
No, I think I'm good too.
Okay.
I guess we'll sign off.
Yep, sign off. This has been Josh.
This is Amy.
For Gundam of Gundams. See y'all later.
Bye-bye.